Hey Tubies, it's Psychic Bob. It is so awesome to be back with you guys. I want to say thank you. Thank you to all of you who came out to yesterday's video. We had such a fun time. If you didn't see that, yesterday on Friday, we went out for a UFO watch, checking out the skies. Fortunately, didn't get much, but it was still fun. And then I went shopping at Home Depot, and oh my God, I saw wild monsters there. You got to see it if you hadn't seen it. So check it out. Thank you to all of you who came out for that, though. Well, here it is Saturday. And I promised you guys we'd have our Spiritualist Class and Seance. That's right. For those of you who are new here, by the way, welcome to the new people. We've had a lot of new subs. Thank you so much. Every Saturday, we have a little class. We teach on the subject of spiritualism. Now, a lot of you said, well, I thought you were a Wiccan. Yes, I am a Wiccan, but I used to be, well, I still am, a spiritualist. I practice both religions. Spiritualism is its own religion, and Wicca. But a lot of times they overlap in some way, so I do both. Okay? So right now we're studying a book by Sylvia Browne called Mystical Traveler. So we're going to continue our reading in this book today. And we're going to be starting here on page 70. We're going to talk about soulmates today. And I think this is a really great topic. So without further ado, we'll just jump right into it. Now, stay with us today because after our class, we're going to have our seance, and I'll explain that when we get there. Okay, so anyways, let's jump over to page 70 on our book, Sylvia Browne's Mystical Traveler. Okay, this chapter is called, or subchapter, it's in the chapter called Names Written in Gold, and this is a subsection, The Truth About Soulmates. There you go, see it? Truth about soulmates. All right. Sylvia writes, mystical travelers can have soulmates if they are also mystical travelers. If not, they stick with the many kindred souls who really can take the place of a soulmate. In fact, this seems like a good place to thoroughly address the soulmate concept. If you look at life, almost everything is in duality. So why wouldn't it be true of human beings as well? Yes, of course there is another half of you. You were created in duality as male and female, almost like twin souls. Consequently, there is another half of you, of yourself in existence that's identical in every way, except it is of the opposite gender. The problem is that you're most likely inclined to try to find the other side of yourself, that all-encompassing soulmate. But the chances of your finding him or her in this life are about 0.5%. All right, I'm just going to pause there. Now, don't let this upset you. What Sylvia's saying, and she'll explain it further here, is that we do have that soulmate. So many people, I can tell you as a psychic, come to me for readings. They say, Bob, I feel like I've met my soulmate. And generally what I say is, well, I wouldn't put that much pressure on the relationship. I think when you get hung up on the soulmate concept, it's very easy to feel that if you don't have that soulmate, that you can't have happiness in a relationship or in life. And that's simply not true. Let's go on and see what Sylvia says. Even after all my years of readings, I could count on one hand those I've met whose soulmates were alive at the same time and still have fingers left over. The reason it's so rare is because your soulmate generally, now hear this part, your soulmate generally stays on the other side to help protect you. You see, life is just too haphazard at times, and even written charts can take detours or different roads to finally reach their destinations. So if two soulmates incarnated at the same time on Earth, with all of its chaos and unpredictability, chances are that they'd never even meet unless they came into the same family, which hardly ever happens. Soulmates find it more expedient to let only one of them incarnate at a time rather than brave the crapshoot or possibility of never meeting in life. Now I want to just stop there, because this is, I really can tell you as a psychic that Sylvia is absolutely right about this. So many people come to me for readings, just like they did to her, and they say, I want to meet my soulmate. And I always say, don't get hung up on that. I'm not saying you can't have a soulmate and it can't happen, but like Sylvia, I agree. I always tell people, find somebody that you just feel really connected to, and that's enough. Don't worry if they can match up on every single point of the soulmate chart. It's probably not going to happen. And many people have told me that what's interesting is that some of them have had near-death experiences. And they said that when they went back home to the other side, they met their soulmate. And they said that it's not somebody from this life, it's from a different time, a different life, a different world. And so it does seem to be true consistently, and there's a lot of study in this area, that people do have somebody over there on the other side, and that is where your soulmate most likely is. Like Sylvia, now I have encountered a few people in my years of psychic work that I can truly say, oh my God, they're soulmates, wow. But that is rare, and I'm going to go with her on that. I think she's absolutely right. While the probability that your soulmate is on the other side is 99.5%, don't forget about kindred souls who are just as important. As Francine says, you may leave your soulmates for a while, but you have a mission to accomplish on some planet for God. You are always in contact with them. They come along with you like your guide angels and loved ones from life, as well as the other side. So you see what she's saying is that when you take on your mission for God and you come down here, your soulmates are part of that group, that cloud of witnesses, those helpers who are with you. So you really are not connected. And like she says, look for kindred souls. You know, if we meet a kindred soul in this life, that means that somebody that shares our spirituality, our values, our energy. That's a really great mix, and that makes for a great marriage, okay? So don't torture yourselves. So many people get in this quandary. Oh, Psychic Bob, I thought I met my soulmate, and then they left me for somebody else. Well, that wasn't your soulmate, okay? It wasn't your soulmate. So don't get into that. You know, if you come to me and say, Psychic Bob, is this person my soulmate? I'll look at it, but chances are they're probably not. And don't hate me for that. Sometimes people get angry at it. Psychic Bob, you didn't support my marriage because you didn't say my spouse was a soulmate, they say. I said, I love your marriage. I support your marriage. And it doesn't have to be a soulmate. And if you waste your time giving up good relationships, worrying about that, you're going to end up, not very happy. Because like Sylvia said, and it's true, 99.5% of the time, your soulmate is in the spirit world. So don't worry about it. And they don't get jealous because you fall in love with somebody else here. It's over in the spirit world, there's no jealousy. You got to understand that negative concept of I own you, you're mine, doesn't exist there. We are much more transcendent, and we end up being with the person we're supposed to be with. So don't even worry about it, okay? Anyways, I know I've probably offended a few people today, but that's okay. I only tell it as I can explain it the best I can. Anyways, I'm glad you're here. I hope you'll get this book and join us each week. It's a wonderful little book, Sylvia Browne's Mystical Traveler. And later on, it talks about how to step into your role as a mystical traveler. So we're going to get more into this, okay? So hang with us. Well, now we're getting ready for our seance. Now, our seance section is where I go into a trance state. Trance, trance. And that means that spirits overshadow my consciousness and take temporary, and I want to put a capital T, temporary control of my body. It is not possession. So many people write me and freak out, oh my God, you're getting possessed. No, I'm not possessed. These are wonderful friends that I have a connection with in the spirit world, and we share energy. Channeling is different than possession, because possession is like a violent overthrow. It's a takeover, a forced takeover without consent. That we never do. Channeling is like my energy meets the spirit energy, and we blend, and wonderful things come through. They bring the other side to us. So that's why I do this. And a lot of you have been right. So you're going to teach some classes on channeling, and I do think we need to do that. So we'll have that in the coming months. We're going to actually do a class on channeling. So I'll let you know, okay? But anyways, I'm going to bring down the lights here. So bear with me, and I'll be with you in just a minute. Just stay with us here, okay? All right. Well, I've got the lights dimmed. When I channel, I like a softer light environment. That's just me. Some mediums, it doesn't bother them, but I tend to work better in darker environments for my mediumship. And so if you're interested in doing mediumship and channeling, you might want to explore different lighting settings, because you'll find that for some, the darker setting allows the power to come in more fully. And that's an element, I believe, of physical mediumship as well, which we're going to get into that later in a future episode. We're going to talk about physical mediumship and mental mediumship. And I believe that trance channeling is actually kind of the border between both, because even though it's mental, they use the mind, there is a physical element to it. And so we're going to talk about that next week. But I want you all, if you were here in my house, which really in a sense you are, just pull up your chairs here. We're going to sit in a little circle, and we're going to have a seance. So I'm going to go under into trance. We'll see what the spirit people have, and I'll see you when we get back. Oh, greetings there. This is Fletcher. Give us just a moment while we get control of the medium's vibration. Oh, there you go. Well, it looks like we've got control of his body now. Well, this is Fletcher. I got to tell you, so many of you out there are bringing a lot of beautiful light into our circle tonight. The soul glow of each person that comes here, it vibrates across the cosmos, and we can see it in all the dimensions. Well, I think we got a few people here be wanting to speak, so I'll be stepping out and be monitoring the vibration. This is Fletcher. Over and out. There we go. I do believe we have control over the medium's body, Fletcher. Yes, his vibration is quite high today. Good afternoon to each of you. My name is Alfred. I have to agree with Fletcher here that each of you are bringing a lot of harmonious vibrations to our gathering today. In the spirit world, we can see the light of each soul. Every human being radiates a life essence, if you will, a soul light. And that light of the spirit, that light of your spirit, is in harmony or in disharmony with the frequencies of the spirit realm. In the spirit realm, those who have a more agreeable vibration, their light is brighter and oscillates at a higher frequency. Try to understand that in the spirit world, vibration, light, frequency are all interconnected. One contains the other as the other contains the one. Each of you here, as you're listening to my voice, your vibration is increasing. When you come closer to our world, you oscillate at our world. The truth is that each human being is actually a spirit being encased in flesh. It is not that someday you will die and become a spirit. You are already a spirit, and you are in a physical form. But your spiritual essence, which animates your body, is from our world. Each of you are truly unique, and you are actually children of God, or children, as we say, of infinite intelligence. In the spirit world, all things are governed by consciousness, and the highest consciousness is what you would term God. God is an existent being of spirit, whose mind is beyond the greatest of thinkers on your earth. He is termed infinite intelligence, for in his mind exists all knowledge of past, present, and future. Each of you contain a very small part, an infinite particle, infinitesimal particle, I should say, of infinite intelligence, who are literally children of your Father in spirit. God exists as Mother as well. Sometimes we speak of Mother God and or Father God. Your heavenly parents exist in both forms. And for those of you who say, I cannot accept a Father God, then consider that God could be your mother. Your mother will protect you, will nurture you, will give you life. And this mother is about and protecting you already. Some of you watching say, well, I'm not sure that I believe in any higher being. It is not an issue of belief that brings you into the spirit world. It is an issue of vibration. If you live a life worthy of heaven, you shall obtain heaven. If you live a life worthy of hell, you shall obtain hell. But let us say that in hell, it is not the eternal torment that you have been led to believe. Hell is a temporary state. It is for those who need purification, who need awakening. You might say that the word purgatory is more appropriate than hell, for hell implies an everlasting damnation. No soul is ever condemned to the hereafter or to a life of suffering. The suffering that you experience in the spirit world is the suffering of your own creation. If you act vendettic and vicious towards others, if you strike out and injure people with viciousness and malicious intent, upon your death you will find yourself in a realm surrounded by such people. You yourself may be a victim of vicious attack. Yes, there are realms in the spirit realm that are dark, that are fearsome, that are heavy in energy. The weight there would crush the average soul. But you see, the wonderful thing is that even for those souls, there are beings of light who occasionally come to visit, angels, if you will, who bring the truth that there is chance for you to grow beyond your present state. If you're listening to my voice today and you're saying, Alfred, I do not think that I can attain the higher levels. I've lived a life of debauchery, of violence, and of sin. There is hope for you, for the very fact that you recognize it whilst on earth gives you the chance to reform. You are not destined for some dark, hellish realm unless you choose to be so. Even the worst people on earth have a chance to change their energy, to change their vibration, to move from a place of hatred and selfishness to one of generosity, to a light of love. And so I encourage you today, look at your journey and make the choice today that you will dwell in the land of light and dwell in the land of love. That land of light and love is not far away, for the spirit world encompasses all about you now. Its only difference is it is a different frequency. And as you raise your vibration, you shall obtain that frequency even whilst in the body. So do not think again, as we've said, you must die to attain the spirit world. You must only raise your vibration. Make the choice to love. Make the choice to forgive. Make the choice to do good in the world. This is more powerful than any belief or statement or creed. In the spiritualist movement, we say, we do not believe in creeds, but believe in deeds. It is deeds, not creeds, that take you to the spirit world, that take you to heaven. And remember this today. So even the worst of sinners, the worst of vile people, can make the choice to change. And if you have that struggle, call upon our world. We shall come and help you. We shall uplift you and encourage you and give you strength to resist temptations of evil. It is always your choice whether you do good or bad. But if you intend to do good, we can certainly bring power to that effort. Please call upon us. My name is Alfred. Oh, there we go. I do believe we're in the water. Greetings, my dears. This is Rose. Oh, it's such a blessing to be with all of you. I tell you, when I listen to Alfred teach about the journey of the soul, It gives me great encouragement and joy. Well, see, those of us who are found in the upper levels of the spirit world, we are there because many souls over here helped us along the way. During my life review, I was shown all the times that spirits and angels intervened, that I might be saved from the lower realms. Given my free will, though, I chose to ignore it and push it away. Oh, my dears, don't be like me and don't do that, please. Let yourselves dwell in peace. You know, when I think about life upon the earth, I say, what is it that brings peace? And my dear, peace consists of two things predominantly. It consists of forgiveness, my dears. If you have a hostility and you do not forgive and you hold that in your heart, you will be unhappy, you will be discontented and miserable. If you forgive, and especially those who don't even know they need forgiveness, you shall do not only a great thing for the spirit world, but you shall do a great thing for your own soul and progress. The other thing that's required is not only forgiveness, but choosing to love. How do we choose to love? Well, we choose to love by simply choosing. Now you might say, but dear Rose, you don't know my mother. She's a vicious cow. And I would say, my dear, first of all, don't call her cow. Yes, it's true she might be vicious, but don't add to the flames to the fire by calling her cow. I want you to look on those, especially the most difficult, with a sense of sorrow. Many of them have been so terribly hurt in their lives that they strike out in viciousness towards everyone. You must have compassion on them and try to love them. Oh, my dears, I don't claim that this is an easy task. No, I don't. But you know the saying is that anything worth having is worth working for. And so if you try to love even the most unlovable, then you will be bringing light into the world. It does not matter whether that person accepts your love or not. We do hope they will, but it does not matter. The light that you bring by your effort helps other people as well. Some people say, Rose, I am no one, I can do nothing. I don't have social standing and influence as you did in your life. My dear, my social standing and influence were the greatest of hindrances to me doing good in the world. I was more caught up in vanity than I was doing good. Being less known is actually a benefit. And these days, this is why I go by the name Rose. This is actually, as I've so told some of you, not my actual name. My actual name is very well known. And if I were to release my true identity, it would create a lot of problems for our medium here and others in the world, for I am very well known, and my family would not believe that I have come back from the spirit world. But do you see, by being unknown, I am free to do my good works now, not encumbered by a name or a title. I am free, my dears, and so understand that in the spirit world, greatness is not measured in nobility and titles and wealth. It's measured by love. And because I have dropped all pretenses here, I have been able to dwell in love. And so the other thing for peace is to love. Forgiveness and loving those, especially the unlovable, will bring transformation. And your little bit that you do each day does make a difference, dear. As Alfred has said, if you feel alone or unworthy or unable to do these little things, call upon us. We shall gladly give you the strength and the determination to go forward. You may call upon me any time. Just say, Rose, help me. Alfred, help me. You can even call on Fletcher. All of us will come and help you. Our efforts to help you grow are the reason why we come here so often. And speaking of our visits, we do ever so much thank you for allowing us to be here. I do hope that you will consider always to remember that the spirit world is your ally. Some of you are just now awakening to the fact that there is life after death. My dears, you cannot imagine what life is like over here. The beauty of the spirit world is beyond anything on earth. And someday each of you will see it for yourselves. But until then, you dwell in this realm of challenging people, challenging circumstance. And so give in to love, give in to forgiveness. Let those be your mottos, and you shall surely succeed. Fletcher said our medium's power is starting to wane, and we don't wish to tax him. But I do thank you, my dears, for receiving me, and I do hope that each of you will remember to call upon me. I do feel that the power is starting to fade, and so I must step from our medium. But please know that you can call upon me, and I do hope you will. My name is Rose. Hey, 2Bs, it's Psychic Bob. I tell you, I love to channel. Whenever I channel, I feel the power of the spirit world just comes through me, it uplifts me, enlightens me, and I hope that you've enjoyed this today. If you've enjoyed this today, make sure to pop over to my website. I have a wonderful bookstore there. If you want to learn more about my work with my spirit guide, Rose, you might want to get my book, Messages from Rose. Okay, that's over there. I also have a number of books. I am the author of all of these published works. Ouija Mysteries, The Spirit Board Seances, Psychic Bob's Book of Spells, Psychic Bob's Book of Wiccan Wisdom. All of these are available at my website at PsychicBob.com. Link will be below. While you're over at my website, make sure to pick up a copy. Today is the last day this will be available. If you like this, of my newest artwork, you can get a free print of this called Zen Flame. And, just print it out. There's just instructions there how to do it. You can print it out, frame it. It makes a wonderful piece of decor for your home. Or if you have a friend that just got a new house, you want to bring them a housewarming gift, what is a better gift than beautiful art? So this is available only till tonight. And by tomorrow, there'll be a new work up. But get it today. It's your last day. Psychic Bob's Print Zen Flame. Not Twin Flame, Zen Flame. So I hope you'll go over there and pick it up. Anyways, I've enjoyed being here. I love all of you. Listen, make sure, please help me out because I'm getting a lot of hassle from YouTube who are trying to get rid of me. Like this video, favorite it, share it with your friends. You see, YouTube is not distributing my videos now, so they're not getting views. I have almost 18,000 subs, but a lot of people are writing and say, well, we're not getting updates even though we've clicked the bell. So I do believe my videos are being censored, as a lot of other YouTubers are complaining about this. So if you need to help me by distributing this, put this on your Facebook, post it around. Help me to get the word out about spirituality. You guys are best. Listen, if you also want to get on my schedule for a private reading, I'm taking bookings for next week now. Give me a call at my office, 703-825-3929. Private reading is a full hour, you and me, one-on-one. And we'll cover everything, past, present, future, spirit guides. We're going to look at messages from deceased loved ones. We're going to look at your past lives, karmic links. Are you a mystical traveler? We're going to explore that. A lot of you have been writing and calling and saying, Bob, I think I'm a mystical traveler. Well, we can explore that in your reading. So I would love the chance to read for you. Again, give me a call. Put this number in your cell phone, 703-825-3929. It'll also be in the info box below this video. Or you can write to me in my official email, which is PsychicBobHickman@gmail.com. That'll also be below. You guys are best. I love you. I send blessings to all of you. And I look forward to seeing you. Be back here tomorrow on Sunday. Maybe, I'm not promising, but maybe tomorrow night. I don't know, maybe 7 o'clock Eastern U.S. time. Maybe we'll have another little live meetup and I'll do some readings for you. Would you guys like that? I'm not going to promise. I'm just going to say maybe. So check back here. We'll see if that goes on. You guys are best. I love you. See you tomorrow. Till then, may all of you always blessed be.